This was like 27 bucks. Don't start here. Don't start here, because you are going to change it. Just like with your savings challenge setup, just like with your binder setup, this is going to change constantly, because you're going to hate it, and then you're going to love parts of it, and then you're going to end up loving the whole thing, and then you're still going to change it up. So I would suggest starting here. Well, hey nerds, I don't have any money to stuff this week or save or anything because it was rent and paycheck last time, so I don't get paid again until Thursday. So it might be a minute. I'll have to go through my account this weekend and see if I can pull something. But on the live video on Monday, I was talking about how I was going back to a bullet journal. I love happy, and somebody didn't know what that was, so which, you know, blew me away, because I kind of figured everybody, especially in this community, would know. But apparently that's not the case, so I'm just going to show you mine, and trying to get back. You know, at the beginning of the year, I was doing the planner, and I was going to do plan with me videos. Well, I'm just going to do check-in with me videos. Now, on Sundays, I think it's going to be that day. I'm not sure. It might just be member only. I don't know. You might have to pay to play. But I'm just going to run through mine. Like, I love happy planners. I love discs. I love this one in particular because it's a really big ring that you can hook your finger in, unlike the normal ones. Oh, look, I got all excited because I made a $3 sale. Somebody just shut the box. Oh, my desk is a wreck anyway. Okay, so most of the planners, they have like hearts or happy faces, or, you know, some dumb thing in the center, and so you can't get your finger in there. And but I love this one, and I've tried it so many times. Look, I've tried everything. Look, I made a dashboard to put Post-it notes because I love Post-it notes. I have the... Look, I even set it up for September, but I'm not going to use it. I have the hourly one here in the front because I need an hourly. I have the journal one here, and then I have vertical for my other two for Etsy and YouTube planning. I have the verticals. And all year, every month, I swap out the things, and I don't write a damn thing in there. So, I'm going back to this, because this is simple. It's more fun for me. I'm going to have to do some new vinyl and put my new Cult Leader SOP on here. But I am using the Happy Planner for... I like using it for my savings challenges. I love using it for savings challenges. Yeah. So, I'm going to continue to do that. But as far as planning goes, this is what I'm sticking with. So every day, this is what I carry with me. This one is like a makeshift wallet. It's got all my cards in it, but it's also got this notepad where if I don't have time to whip this out, the big daddy, I can whip this out and just make, you know, really quick notes along the way. Bullet journal. What's a bullet journal? Basically, you need to go do some research. But this is the official. It's just another type of planner. And if you go do research, you're going to see people that do just these elaborate, artistic layouts. And I'm going to show you that you don't have to be artistic to have a bullet journal. Now, I am artistic, but this is going to be a minimalist for, I think, at least a month. I got to get into the habit, and then I can start adding in some art you know, making it a little more me. But this is when it's actually, anyway. Okay, so it says bullet journal on there. All the pages in here are numbered, which I highly suggest doing, because otherwise you're going to have to go through and number them. The one, I'll link it below, from Amazon is, I need to clean my glasses, 206 pages. It's dot grid all the way through, and you open it up and you've got this cover here that has measurements of how you want to split up your page, for if you want to make different squares and stuff. You'll see once you start going to Pinterest. You're gonna want this, and a lot of people make up their own, but this is all I need, is what already comes with it. I don't have time to go do all the things, and you'll see people do it. When I get back to the studio, the first thing I'm doing is gluing these two pages together, because they're glued like here, and so they never, you can't do anything with it. So I usually just glue them together, and then it's just one page. And then you got Uncle Scott and Shag Nasty, because I was doing something, and they came in one night, the other night, and I was like out front getting something out of the truck or something, and I come back in, and this is all my, all my text messages. So the first thing you've got is your key, and this is how you kind of decide. I'm going to zoom in. So the first page you come to is called the key, and that kind of tells you what you're writing down. Is it a task? Is it completed? Do you need to move it to the next day because you didn't do it today? Or do you need to schedule it in your calendar so that you're going to do it? A dash is usually just like a note, or this says now. But you can make up your own key, like you can add a heart for something that's a favorite, or whatever. Or you asterisk a priority, make a circle for an event or an appointment. And then the next page just says intentions. And if you want to do that, if you're an intention kind of person, then do that. I know what my intention is with this. I don't need to write it down. And then you've got your index, which is really kind of cool. And I usually use it when I first start, and then I don't use it anymore. But basically, you put the page number down and what's on that page if you're trying to find it. Like, once I get through the book and I go, where was that thing at? And I can come back here and go, oh, my Etsy tracker, that was on 16 and 17, and I can flip over there, and then there it is. All right, this, please remember, this is not a tutorial. This is a basic overview, so don't be disappointed that you now don't know how to bullet journal and you're confused, because that's not what this is. And there's so many videos out there teaching you how to use it that for me to make one, it would be redundant. This is just to introduce you to it and, make sure you know everything that's out there, because you need to know. And then you come to your future log, and what this is, the book comes with a page of stickers, and it's got some long ones with the days of the week, and then some long ones with the times of the day on there, and then the months are over here. So your future log is like, whenever you get a planner, the first couple pages, it's like a full calendar of that year and the next year. That's basically what this is, kind of. Because, so what I did is I like the calendars in a vertical layout instead of in the standard calendar layout. It's just easier it takes up less space, and I gotta be different. I gotta be me. But so the first column here are the days, the dates of the month, and then the second column is what day of the week it is that day falls on. So the 16th of September is a Saturday. I know that now. And so then I write things that are happening, or I can write things that have happened. The future log doesn't have to be, but it usually is what's coming up, so that when you go to the next month, you can look at your future log and make sure you get everything into your monthly thing. Oh, there's layouts, and then there's spreads. A spread is 2 pages, and a layout is just how you lay out your page. So I do a monthly layout. I don't do spreads, really. So, so I know in September I've got football and rugby, and then the cult across the street does a 5K on this day, and so I don't go to work because then I can't get home. And then football again. And then I already know in October I've got rugby, football, and my mom's birthday. That's basically what I put in here, is like birthdays and stuff like that. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 pages, 5, 6. I don't know that I'll need all 12 months in here, because I'm not going to get a full year in here. If I do this the way I think I'm going to do it, I'm not going to get a full year. So I just did the next 4 months. And then if I still have room, then I can just come over here to the next page where there's more future log space, use my stickers, and map out another 4 months. It's easy to manipulate and move things around. So there's my future logs, and they're saved, and they're in the index. Here. So there's future log, pages 8 through 13. And then we'll go to 14, 15, 16, 17. And these are my trackers. So I've got an Instagram tracker. Like, my goal is to get to at least 500 followers by the end of the year. I think that's a long shot since I've been on there for a long time. I'm not on it. I have no presence. So my goal for the fourth quarter is to try to have an Instagram presence. And then my YouTube tracker is the next page, and that's my goal to get by the end of the year, is to get to 2,000. And then I can make notes for all my member videos and stuff like that, my membership goals. And right now I'm at 1375, and I just put increments of 100 all the way up to 2K. And then the first of every month I'll look at that. The next page is my Etsy tracker. My goal for the fourth quarter, gosh. The fourth quarter is to get to 3,000 sales. And I am at, I have 3,000 sales. Why did I put 3, or maybe it's to do 3,000 sales. I don't know what this is. I'm going to have to revisit that and probably white some stuff out. And then I have like a task thing, things I need to remember that I want to do. And then we go over to, and we start September on the next page, on page 18. And so I've got my goals, and these are the different areas. So I do goals for Etsy and YouTube and Instagram, and personal goals, and other goals. And then the next page, I have my long columns of dates and days of the week. And this is basically my calendar for the month. And this first column is for like events, things I need to remember, and this other column is for when my bills are due. And I don't have everything written in there, and I kind of don't like what I've done here. So probably next month I will change it. And that's the beauty of this, is you do a layout, and you see what you like and what you don't like, and whatever you don't like, you don't do the next month. You do something else, and until you find what works for you. So a lot of people, when you see them setting up their bullet journals, they'll set up like for the next 3 months. And I think that's ridiculous. That's what your future log is for. And especially if you're just beginning, you need to not. You need to just go 1 week at a time. Trust me. Because you're going to get frustrated, and you're going to see things that aren't working, and at the end of every week, you take a look back and you kind of make notes. What worked, what didn't work, what else do I want to add to it. But you keep trying. You keep trying until you find your thing, and watch a lot of videos, because one, they're fun. I love watching these people that have the time to sit there and do all the art. I love how their stuff comes out. I don't have time to do that anymore. So mine is going to be minimalistic, and if you like minimalistic, go search minimalistic bullet journal layout, and you'll see. Matt Ragland is really good to watch, and Planning with Kay. If you like the artsy stuff, Amanda Rach Lee is good to watch. Minhu Bullet, I think, that's a good one for minimalistic. But I like Matt Ragland, and then we move on. The next page is my ADHD tax page. This is where I write down all the ADHD tax that I had to pay for the month. Like today, I was baking at work. I put some scones in. They weren't quite done when my timer went off. So I thought, okay, well, 2 more minutes. Let me go do this, and as soon as I get back, and that'll take about 2 minutes. And when I get back, I'll pull them out. Yeah, well, I didn't set a timer. So about 30 minutes later, I'm like, what the hell is that smell? Because I knew I didn't have anything in the oven. I didn't put anything in there. Well, there you go. That's an ADHD tax. Burnt a dozen scones, and they were the white chocolate raspberry ones that everybody loves. And I'm so sorry if you know me and you're watching this. I burnt your scones this morning, and we're out. We don't have any more. You're welcome. This is for late fees that I have to pay because I forgot to pay the thing. This is for food I have to throw away because I forgot to cook it. Or I bought 2 of something because I forgot that I had another one. I thought I didn't have any, and I double buy things a lot because I forget that I already have it. And so I'm going to be writing these down so that I can notice patterns and figure out how to fix it. That's what my ADHD tax is. I'm not sure what this is going to be yet. It might be gratitude, but that's not a very big spot. I don't know. I'll figure it out. And next I've got a brain dump page. That's a pretty popular page to put in your bullet journal just to get all your, especially for me, because this is like 5 minutes. When I squirrel, like I need to come here and just write down what I'm squirreling and then get back to whatever I was doing. Or when I just get hit with 10,000 things in my brain, I need to come here and I need to write them down and just let them go and then come back and revisit it. And usually they're stupid, so I don't revisit it. All right, and then this is my week layout. This is just 1 week. I screwed up I didn't want to, September starts on a Friday, so I didn't want to start my week on a Friday, so I just added in the rest of October, or rest of August, whatever month this is. I do my hours that I'm awake. So I put 4 in the morning because on Mondays I wake up at 4 in the morning. And I don't have to work, but I have to get my sleep schedule back on track from being off on Sunday. So I did from 4 in the morning till 6 at night, and I should be in bed trying to go to sleep by 5 o'clock every night, so that I can get up at midnight and go to work at 1 in the morning. And then I just kind of block out what I'd like the day to look like. It may not look like this, but typically it does. My schedule's pretty basic. I work 2 full-time jobs now, so like a typical day, I'll be at the hospital from 1 in the morning till 9:30. And then I will do a PTE, which is to plan, look at my tasks for the day and check all my emails for an hour. From 9:30 to 11, I'll usually go get coffee somewhere and do that. Or I'll do it at the studio because usually Uncle Jesse's not there yet. And then I'll start working on orders or creating new things or trying to organize something, because I have no organizational skills apparently when it comes to my life, but everybody else, have me come organize you. Oh, I could do it just like that, but I can't do me. Like today, I did the hospital, I did my PTE, I packed and shipped all my open orders, so I'm actually going to bed tonight with no orders, which is kind of nice going into the weekend, because tomorrow I'll work at the hospital. I'll do a PTE, see if I had any new orders come in. Actually, that's not what's going to happen because Satan is staying the night at the vet because she's a mess. She's a mess. She's got her eye is hemorrhaging. She's like 9. She's not old, and her eye is hemorrhaging, and she's not eating. And when I got home today, she had no energy. Like, I picked her up, and she just went limp in my arms. And when I set her down, she was walking around like she was drunk. So straight to the vet we went. Luckily we got into the regular vet, and I didn't have to go to the ER vet. I don't like that place, and it's really expensive. So he's gonna gas her tonight and do some blood tests because she's, we call her Satan for a reason. I usually have to give her gabapentin to get her to, to take her. They want her drugged up because they can't even examine her unless I do that. Anyway, so she's staying the night. So after work tomorrow, I will call the vet and see what's going on. So this day may be a wash because I may be at the vet or taking care of the cat, or whatever. And then I'll take a nap because tomorrow night it's football. It's our first real home game, and my ad is going to be in the media guide, stuffed inside the program that everybody gets. And they're going to call my name over the loudspeaker. Not my name, but Budget Nerdco. They're going to call it over the speaker. And now I've got shirts that I can wear that have my logo on it, so people can see that, hey, that's the Budget Nerd. That's the cult leader. Let's go talk to her. What is this saving money should be fun thing? What is this? Tell me. I need to make some business cards. I don't have any. How many can I make in an hour? I don't know how. I'm going to have to learn. See, this is one of those things, one of those tasks that I've had written down for months. And I haven't done it because, no plan. At the top of the page, I've got the top 3 things that I need to do every day. Which may not be anything. I'm not going to, stress over it. If it needs to get done, it'll get done. Usually, hopefully. Yeah, so we'll do football, and then I'll go into work late because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be exhausted. And then I have the rest of the day off to make all the things that you're going to be ordering over the weekend. And then Sunday is, I wake up, I have coffee on my porch for an hour or 2, depending on the weather, and then I go to the studio, and I am there until until I'm sleeping at my computer. Yeah. Rene, when do you take a day off? I usually don't. I don't know what I'd do. I wouldn't be here because it's a mess here. Because, executive function. And then I have a blank page here that I'm thinking about, and I get into my habit trackers. I've got letters written down up here because I didn't want to write the whole word. It's just easier to write the letters. And then back here at the key, I have a Post-it note that has what each letter stands for. And I'll go into that when I do my my check-in. And then I've got my YouTube tracker for the videos I need to record, and for each week of the month. So this isn't, I'm not doing these in a week. That's 4 videos a week, which is probably not going to happen, except for it might, because these are, the member treats are just going to be short little snippets of something that I'm doing. Like last week we did what it's like when I walk into the studio every day, what I do, my habit, and then I have tasks that I want to create, that I want to do this month for YouTube and for all the things. And that's it. That's as far as I've gotten. And that's a lot. But you can do all sorts of things. You can do, you can put all your collections in here, like your reading list, things you want to learn, or things you want to read. You can have a learning list, an education page where you write down all the things that you want to learn about. When you read your books, you can, if you want to use the paper, you can print out the cover of your book and, just put it right here. And then you can write your synopsis, what you learned, what the book's about. There's, you can put your savings goals in here. This is your everything book. I love bullet journals. I just didn't have a need for it before when I was doing it. But now I have so much on my brain that, you know what, I needed it earlier, but I thought I didn't need it because I always think that I can remember all the things, and I can't remember any of the things. So that's mostly what this is for, so I can write all the things down. So I'm at the vet, and he's telling me all the things that are wrong with Satan, and he says, he stops, he's leaning down on the counter, and he's got her cage in front of him because we can't even let her out of the cage because we don't know what'll happen. And, oh, and because the doors were open because the AC was out and all the fans were on. Anyway, he's laying down, he's looking at her, and then he turns his head, and he looks up at me. He's like, how much are you wanting to spend? Or how much are you willing to spend? And I looked at him, and if I could have cocked an eyebrow, oh, that's the one human trick I wish I had. I don't have it, is to be able to lift one eyebrow. I don't know. I've tried to learn, and look, I'm sitting here doing it. Well, you can't look, but I'm doing it. I'm not doing it. I said, well, I'm not going to spend 10 grand on this cat. What's the ballpark here? And he looks at me, and he kind of hesitates, and he's like, 300? And I'm like, do it. I do savings challenges, bruh. You crazy old cracker. Get to work. Be careful when you're buying stickers online. I bought these because I thought these would be really great. It was a calendar sticker. Cool. Except for, I didn't look at the picture. I mean, well, I glanced at it, but, you know, it's a bunch of little calendars. Why would you send me 16 calendars that all have a start date on, let's say it's Sunday through Saturday, a start date on Sunday, on the 1st. Why would you do that? So be careful, know what you're buying, and especially off Amazon. Please look at the details, read the reviews. If I had done that, which I still haven't done because I'm like, all right, well, I got screwed. I got hosed. It's all right. I didn't do my homework. Do your homework. I'm just saying. But all you really need is a good pen that you like, and flare pens are great. Flare pens are great because they don't bleed through. I did buy a bunch of these colorful pen loops off Amazon. They were pretty cheap. But on your back page, do a pen test. Always do a pen test before you put something in here so that you know, you can look on the back and you can see what's going to kind of show through or what's going to ghost or saturate the page. So flare pens, the Papermate flare felt tip pens are great because they don't bleed through. Like, look, that's pretty dark, right? And when you look through, you can't even see it. That's awesome. And then even the Sharpie, if you use this paper, that's why I kind of got this. It's got a little bit heavier GSM on it. Even the Sharpie clicker that I love, and I don't have here because they're all at the studio because I just love writing your notes with them. The Sharpie Ultra Fine, I can't even see that. So that's great. But these Tombos, the Tombow markers, you can see what I did here. That's black and you can't see it. So Tombow markers are good, and then you can use them to highlight. Like I can go back, and they're really fun. You can just do your highlights, so you can show off your days. And then I can show off my odds and ends and my tasks. And I can just highlight everything. And do some tests also on which pens are going to bleed with your markers and which ones are not. This one does. And I just goop that up. That's all right, it's mine. I don't care. I have next month I can do it all over and it won't be like that. So usually you want to put your marker down first and then write on it. I wanted to do that in red, and I wanted to do that in red, and I wanted to do Etsy in orange, but I didn't. So, I don't know. It's cool. All bills, September. And then you can go down the side and do all your things. It's really, I mean, it's easy to give it a little bit of color pop without having to be an artsy girl or a guy. Sorry, it's just more girls watch this than guys. And then you can even come in and like, I can color the dots in. I am gonna be making my own personal functional sticker, so I don't have to write this out because this did take a while. But if you have time, then write it out. You don't need to have stickers. I don't have a single sticker in here except for those month except for these because it came with it. But I don't plan on buying any stickers for it. Anyway, so that's your tutorial. But make sure you have a good pen. And like I said, a flare pen is really good, and they're cheap. You can use a Bic, just a regular Bic pen. But you might even, once you decide on what book the lecterns, the Lecturns. Anyway, the German word that starts with an L and ECH. They're cheaper than this bullet journal one. But I like the fact that it's all numbered. I think theirs are numbered too, but this one comes with the grid, and it comes with the feature log already written in there, and the key, and yeah. But theirs come in different colors, like so you can, if that's what you want. I suggest trying to find some pen loops. If you have a Container Store near you, they have some in the office supply area. Get yourself a little ruler. You don't have to have a ruler. It makes it easy until you learn how to do a straight line. You think it's easy because it's all the dots, but it's not. Yeah. You can find the correction tape that's kind of cream colored. I think I found it at Stationery Pal, but I'm sure it's got to be around here, not in Japan. So look around for that, because these pages are not white. They're kind of cream colored. They're a little off-white. So if you put down the white, you know what? I'm gonna do this back here. What was that? I don't know. I don't know what that was. So, I mean, you can kind of see it from, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but I can see it. It's like plain as day. Rene screwed up right there, so she put white out down. You need a pencil because you're gonna want to draw out your plan first before you start attacking it, and you need a good eraser because you're going to be doing a lot of erasing. And then you need a good pen. I like this one. This is a Precise V5 RT, and it's like an ultra fine, but it helps me write really small because I do write small. Alright, so that was a short video that just went long because I kept babbling, but, you know, whatever. That's cool. Alright, well, thanks for coming by and checking out my bullet journal and listening to my Satan saga. And I will update as updates come. But I just wanted to share the fact that I'm really stoked that I had the money to cover the thing. Alright. Love you. Bye.